Wah! Wah, wah, wah. Hello, Bluefleet. How are we doing? Hi, Zach. How are we going? I'm good, thanks. How about you? Hope you're having a good one. Excuse me one moment. Oh, man, I think I had something bad. What a way to start the streamer. Start with a fart. That's how we go. That's how we go on this channel. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Part 19. This is a long-ass game. Like, this is probably the longest Ace Attorney game that we... Is it actually the longest Ace Attorney game so far? I'm going to have a look. Give me a second. Let's have a look at my Ace Attorney playlist, shall we? Hold on a minute. So if I go to view my channel, and then playlists, how many pieces did Ace Attorney Investigations 1 take? Investigations 1 took 15, so we're already past that quite significantly. What about Ace Attorney Trilogy and Apollo Justice? So, Ace Attorney 1 took us... I didn't mark these for some dumbass reason. That took 9 streams. Justice for All was about 8 or 9. Trials and Tribulations, bit longer, maybe 10 or 12. Apollo Justice took quite a few. But no, it seems like this is actually the longest Ace Attorney game so far. Like, maybe Dual Destinies was, like, kind of close, but I don't think there was a huge amount in it. Anyway, enough of that. We need to work out what's going on with Godzilla here. Or Cowzilla. I'm trying to think of a good Godzilla cow pun. I'm floundering badly. Court is in session. Oh, we're going to court. Okay. Straight into the courtroom. Oh my god, she's actually being a judge. Who would have thought it? Is the defense ready to proceed? You bet. Bring it on, Big G. The prosecution has been ready for some time. Uh-oh. The original attorney in this case, Rosie Ringer, was murdered, while the original prosecutor, Eustace Winner, has disappeared. So Fender and Francisca have taken over in their places. Very well. Let me begin by apologizing for the delayed start to these proceedings. The crime we are here to adjudicate took place in a prison, an institution of the judiciary. What's more, the fact the defendant was the warden of said prison carries grave implications. These two factors combined cause pre-trial preparations to take more time than usual. And then, the unfortunate passing of the attorney in charge, Miss Rosie Ringer, delayed the trial yet further. But now we are ready to begin at last. Mr. Fender, Miss Von Karma, the court thanks you both for stepping in at such short notice. Hey, no sweat. Rosie was your pal, right? And this was her last case. Couldn't exactly say no, could I? You'll have to bear with me, though, gang. Didn't exactly get a ton of time to read the paperwork. How about you, friend? Everything cool over on your side? It's hardly ideal for the prosecutor in charge of the case to have run off and abandoned it. But justice can't sit around waiting for him to grow a spine. The courtroom looks nice, at least it's not a ruined building. Yeah, that's true. It definitely makes a bit of a change here. And it's also not like a, you know, we're not just like being chilling with an orca for once. The evidence has just been handed to me, so yes, I'm ready. Thank you both. Very well. Bring the accused, Miss Fifi Laguarde, to the stand. I don't remember what her voice sounded like. I invite the prosecution to make its opening statement. All right, the accused was... Let me stop you right there, darling. What is it, Miss Laguarde? Oh, I was just wondering if you could tell me something. That something being why on earth I'm here. Perhaps the opening statements will clarify that for you. But will they, dear? Really? Fine. Carry on if you must. I fully intend to, if you can stay quiet for one moment. The murder in question happened at the prison where Miss Lagarde worked as a warden. The victim, von Bronco Knight, was being held in the detention center. But the prosecution's case will show that Mr. Leguard took him from the holding cells and murdered him. Did I miss a sentence there? No, I did not. Okay, fair enough. And she did so with this knife. Is something the matter, Miss Von Karma? How can that... No, it's evidence! What gives, Fran? Everything okay? It's a murder weapon. It's not here. And neither is bodied armor can as his chisel. Say it ain't so! Silence! Silence! Miss Von Karma, explain yourself. I wish I could, Your Honor. No murder weapon? Oh, then what exactly are we all doing here? Really, darling, you shouldn't volunteer to prosecute a case if you can't even keep the evidence safe. I can only work with what the previous prosecutor gave me. Little boy winner strikes again. Hey, G. What is it, Mr. Fender? Guess we know where this is going, huh? Let's kick this one down the road a little further, shall we?
Overruled.
The court hereby denies the defense's request. What? Don't be like that. What's the dealio? She's absolutely right, of course. We simply can't have any more delays. Let's get on and show everybody how wonderfully innocent I am, shall we?
Objection!
Innocent! I'll thank you to take this seriously. Oh, but I am, darling, and you don't have any evidence. You just said so yourself. In the courtroom, evidence is everything. Haven't I heard that somewhere before? This is really weird. What would think if Onkar would keep all the evidence in their inventory? Exactly. Exactly. I tell you what's weird though, is we're doing a trial, and Francisca's on one side and Fender's on the other. It's like, where are the main characters at? This is the first time we've done a trial without a main character behind the defense bench. This is weird. I'm uncomfortable. What about court records? You would have assumed that it would be on the court record. Hang on, do I actually have the court record? I do, but Fender does not. And without any, you can't charge me with anything. Isn't that right, Verity darling? It is. But... What? Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot proceed. As such, this court hereby declares the accused, Fifi Laguard, not guilty.
Objection!
Whoa, 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 hold the phone there, Hasty Pants. You can't go dropping a verdict just like that. Forgive me, but why is the defense objecting to its client being acquitted? Don't be cute, kiddo. You know as well as I do that little Miss Warden over there is guilty as all heck. And as for the murder weapon, you were right there when we found it. Mr. Fender, it is incumbent upon this court to see that fair judgment is afforded to all. Once again, she's going on about fair judgment and doling out, like, unjust judgments. And as the instruments of the court, I cannot allow my experiences or opinions to interfere with my work. You must think of the Judge Gavelle who was present when the murder weapon was found, and the Judge Gavelle you see before you in the courtroom today as two entirely different people. Gee, you're killing me here. I have no choice but to pass judgment based on the evidence available.
Objection!
And we have that evidence, just not here. Give me some time, just a little. I'll find it, I swear to you. The prosecution hereby requests a recess. Oh, yeah, the defense does that too. Come on, Your Honor, don't do us like this. Very well. The court accepts the request. Really, Verity, you won't help anybody bowing to pressure like that, you know. There will be a 15-minute recess. I suggest that both prosecution and defense use the time well. Understood. Hey, Ara, how we doing? Welcome, welcome. How you going? I almost didn't stream this tonight, you know. I almost didn't stream this. I almost made a last-minute change to the Hollow Boy, but I was like, no. Ace Attorney Fridays was so close to the end. I can't give in now. I can't give in to temptation so easily. The rule's supposed to serve justice, not the other way around. Yeah. I think Eddie not seeming like a strong defender is probably because he's got too much of a moral compass, so he knows that his client's guilty. So he's not going to try very hard to get them acquitted because it's the wrong judgment. We're back in court, yeah. Yeah, we're not just walking around for once. Makes a change, though, Cyber. Welcome in, by the way. How are you going? Hope everything is good for you. Whew, saved by the bell, huh? Very well. We will reconvene in 15 minutes. Okay. So we've come to court. Edgeworth is very patiently waiting for Kay to squeeze out the nastiest fart that poor guard's ever going to suffer. And she is really straining right now. And he's just like, why do I have to put up with this? Look. I have to work, as with the court, with the evidence available to me. Right? The evidence available to me. Right? Right? Anyway. But we did totally find that knife, didn't we, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, of course we did. What's the matter, detective? It's the metal detector, sir. It's reacted to the alligator. What? How? Is the defense repping the villain? Yes. Yeah, the defense is repping, well, one of the villains anyway. But not very vigorously, shall we say. The metal detector was reacting to something inside her after all. Your Honor, I'd like to remind you of this piece of evidence. Hold on, just a sec. Sorry, it's gotten really hot and sticky and sweaty. All of a sudden, I'm just gonna get a bit more naked. There we go, that's better. Get the tits out. You guys don't get to see though. No. The chisel. Didn't we just figure out that isn't the murder weapon? You think the case will be thrown out for that? Yeah. 2 days of grey weather and back to full sun. Oh, you as well, huh? Yeah, it's been that way for us. Like, it was grey this morning through till about 3 in the afternoon, and it's just been blazing sunshine since. You might recall that Mr. Canis hid this chisel in his dog's mouth. Would you believe that the real murder weapon was hidden in much the same way? I suppose that Ace Attorney cases are different at the best of times, you know. Weirdly different. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Wow. I haven't had nearly enough caffeine today, have I? That's right. The murder weapon is hidden inside the alligator in that pond over there. So did somebody steal it or what? Who's this? I think this is Gumshoe. Mr. Edgeworth! No, it's not. It's Simeon and Mrs. Puppet. Fine line, she could demand a retrial from Lisa defense that he wasn't representing her well. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is, representing someone that you know is definitely guilty it's an interesting moral quandary from like a technical standpoint. It's not an interesting moral quandary from a moral standpoint because I would have trouble getting up and trying to defend someone who I knew was guilty as sin. You know, I don't think my moral compass would allow that. But to see how someone can actually reconcile their conscience to do that, you know, it's... I don't know. Interesting is probably not the right word. Oh, that's right, Berry, that's the one. Miss Berry, Mr. Saint, are you here to watch a trial? Yeah, we heard it was going to be a real fun show. Do you know where we need to go? I don't remember what his voice was. I don't remember what his voice was like. It's only been a few weeks. Well, I say a few weeks. It's been like 3 months since we saw him. This game is long. It's them. Yes. Yes, it's the joystick hair guy. It's the trial for the case I was nearly convicted for. It should be starting any minute now. We were late because of practice, but it's somewhere around here, right? Simeon, there's kind of a problem. They lost some evidence, the knife and the chisel. So they called a recess and kicked us all out of the courtroom. What? No, they can't. They're not going to arrest you again, are they? She's such a fucking brainlet. Oh my god. Don't say that. No. Gee, I forgot how easy it was to upset you. Huh? Hmm? Who's this? I think this is little Guard, isn't it? How dare he embarrass me like that? Hmm? Speaking of easy to upset. Oh, it's Francisca. Francina, Frandarella. Chill, okay? Just chill. Come on, put the whip away. That's it. That's it. That idiot of a so-called prosecutor. I'll find him and I'll stick my whip up his bottom. I'll make him eat whip for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Woo. He's off. Master, you gotta calm her down. Kid's gone cuckoo. I guess I better at least try. Oh, it's you. Good morning, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor. Francisca. You shouldn't be here, you know. You're not in the right line of work anymore. You should be at home planning whatever it is you mean to do with the rest of your life. Oh, Ara, did you say that there's an achievement that I need to be on the lookout for? It's not in this room, is it? Also, do we have the murder weapon? No, we just got a corpse. He's a very pretty corpse. It's Leo from Guilty Gears. Oh dear. Ah. Right. So, I don't think we've got anything we can hand over to her, huh? Not yet, anyway. You think all the judges must secretly like Fran's whip? You know what? Yeah. Both achievements can't be got here. Right. Understood. Understood. Tell me about the trial. What are you going to do, Francisca? You only have 15 minutes. Ah! Don't you think I know that? And wipe that infuriatingly reasonable look off of your face. You're like a news anchor calmly reading the news or something. And it's utterly exasperating. For one of them, it's pretty obvious. Right, understood. Understood. I'll keep that. I'll try to keep it in mind. Watch as I miss it anyway, because I'm stupid. It's probably better that I don't rise to that. I never imagined you would be the one prosecuting this case, Francisca. Nor did I, but what's a case? It's the murder of a presidential bodyguard. And by the warden of a prison, no less. The murder weapon was properly entered into evidence and everything. And yet, when you went to present the knife to the court, it wasn't there. That imbecile. Not only did he abandon his case, he made me look a total fool. Ah! The next time I see the little count, I'll whip him into shape if it's the last thing I do. You go ahead and do that, but quit taking it out on people around him. Oh, Francisca, take a look at this, if you will. Oh, I can't present. I can't. Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. I just forgot how. This is the president of Shengfa? It is. Dijun Wang himself. His body was discovered just a short while ago. What? There must be some mistake. There isn't. I saw it with my own eyes. It's true. And are you suggesting that his death has something to do with my current case? We killed the president, we do that sometimes. Yeah, we are the grassy knoll. Like, we're a hyena guy, but we've got like a bit of moss on our back, on our hump. Yeah. Our hump, our lovely hyena lump. Check it out. No, not exactly. We were just hoping to speak with Judge Mars Edgeworth. Are you deliberately trying to distract me with irrelevant evidence? Ow! I'm sorry. I shouldn't have shown that to you. What? So you're saying you're going to start hiding from me now? Ow! I can't say anything right. Okay. I don't think there's anything I can do with Francisca to calm her down yet. What's going on, Eddie? Come Meister, so you got the old memory back, huh? Sure did. And me again. You had me worried 6 ways till Sunday. Not that other K wasn't a blast, too. Anyway, welcome back, kiddo. Bring it in. No. We need to be thinking about this trial right now, okay? Yeah, I guess things did go pretty pear-shaped in there, huh? Every single time he offers someone a hug, they're just like, no. No, sorry, pal. We need to dig up this missing evidence lickety-split. But we can't count on them putting the trial on hold much longer. It's a stumper, all right. If only some kind soul would offer to go find it for us. That's an expectant look if I ever saw one. Can't help but notice you still haven't asked for your prosecutor's badge back, bucko. Finally decided to come walk the path of righteousness with me and your old man, huh? Bro just wants a hug. Yeah. Ara wants a hug. Oh, come here. Come here. There you go. There. You got like full beard ASMR to go with that as well. The committee has my badge, that much is true, but I haven't given it up just yet. I'm still not ready to walk in my father's footsteps. No? Well, it's not like there's a deadline. You do you feel as long as you need. The old family office will be willing to welcome you back with open arms when you're done. Thank you, Fender. Yeah, if only somebody would go sniff out that evidence for us. Wouldn't it be hilarious if, like, Eustace walks in and is like, I had it hidden in my car. I had it. It was just it was in my vehicle, and I was the one holding it, and my daddy told me to. So I'm very sorry. Gumshoe, that's your cue. Yeah, Gumshoe's probably going to be the one who busts in and is like, "Here's your evidence, pal." Sniffer mentioned. Sniff chat. Fine, we'll do it. Way to go, Mazio. You sure? I'll do what I can, but that might not be much in 15 minutes. Friday meal, buy as much time as we can, okay? G won't be banging that hammer of hers until you made it back with the goods, I promise. You missed the other chat and you thought I went sniffing at the mention of Gumshoe. Is that a detective I smell? Oh, detective! I'm not doing the voicemail copy pasta for Gumshoe. Please understand that. It's not to say that I wouldn't, but I'm just not going to do that right now. Thank you. I'll be counting on you, Fender. And you, Francisca. How does that sound? If that makes you think, I'd accept your help. How about some advice instead? Is that you seriously consider a new career as a news anchor? Come on, Fran. Clocks are tick-tocking here. Time to step up to the plate. Alright, fine. We'll stall the trial for as long as we can. But you'd better get your ex-prosecutor behind in gear. You know, I quite like having you run errands for me. Maybe that could be on your career instead. I'm glad you're on board. I can help too. I don't want to be arrested again. Oh, this sounds fun. Can I play? Alright, that would be very helpful for you both. Very well, where should we begin? I think we need to go speak to a certain somebody, don't you? Who will we need to speak to in order to find out where the evidence went? Now, I think the obvious answer is Eustace, isn't it? Well, Gumshoe would be the reliable one. No, let's say Eustace.
Take that!
That's right. The supposed custodian of the evidence in question. Eustace Winner. Since we don't have Excelsius. Nah, that's true. No Excelsius for us. Oh, the new prosecutor guy. Okay, we're on it. Thank you, Mr. Saint. Alrighty then. Think we better huddle and talk tactics, our friend. Just the two of us. Ow! Don't keep me waiting, Miles Edgeworth. I'll try not to. We'll be back as soon as we can. Oh, Franny Poo, wait up now. He's begging for a whipping. He's into it. Alright, we need to find Mr. Winner and fast. Oh! Judge Gavel. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. A pleasure as always. A pleasure? How's it a pleasure? What was all that about just now? Kay, stop it. But Judge Gavel knows that horrible woman is the killer. Why the heck would she... Evidence is the only language that the goddess of justice understands. My own personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. Is this all Judge Verity Gavel is? You may believe my way of thinking to be heartless, but it is my way. To be this hard and unforgiving? There's something I'd like to ask you, if you don't mind. Please, go ahead. What were you doing on the roof of the big building 2 nights ago? The roof? You met the presidents up there, didn't you? We've seen security footage of the two of you. I did it my way. And is there something wrong with that? Only that his body was discovered this morning, right next to the very same building. What? I think you understand what I'm getting at. Do I know that the song was inspired by a French song? I do, actually. I had a war, and it I lost. I spent my men at very big cost. In the trenches, they knew defeat. When the English came, we were beat. I know what's about to happen. I've made my peace with it. I think you understand what I'm getting at. You're considered a suspect. You're not even going to bother with the yeets. But am I wrong, though? You're not badly disappointed. Oh, man. I mean, there was always that joke about, like, what happens if you Google French military victories. Did you mean French military defeats? What happened between the two of you? Nothing. We simply talked for a few minutes. And when we were done, I left. I took the elevator back downstairs alone. That much we know to be true. As I said, we've seen the footage. And what business did you have with the leader of a foreign power? I'm not at liberty to say. Oh, they're doing it. She being like, she receiving diplomatic relations from Shengfa. I see. Well, I'm not at liberty to leave until I have answers. In which case, there's only one thing for it. Chess time. She's hiding something, and I have to get it out of her. You like the way that France is number 1, UK number 2 with almost the same number of victories and most of the rest? If we farm victories off each other. Yeah, I mean, you know what? We were constantly just like, have you seen... Which show is it? There's a show where two characters just start ineffectually slapping each other. That's basically the UK and France for goodness knows how long. We're going in with some chess. Okay. Judge Gavel met with the president of Shengfa the night before last. Okay. Yes, I admit it. We met on the roof of the big building. But it was simply to discuss professional matters. Matters that I'm not obliged to discuss with you. Huh. I'm clearly going to have to work hard to get past her professional defences. If she puts up too impenetrable a facade, I'll probably be better off biding my time. I should start by asking what she met the president to talk about. Okay, mind chess. Let's go. Perhaps you could begin by telling us what you met with President Wang to discuss. As I told you, professional matters. Professional matters which I do not intend to share with you. I'm so glad you understand. I must say, you're a very busy woman. A judge, a committee member, an occasional aide to us in the field even. Thank you. I take my professional duties very seriously. And do those duties include meeting with foreign dignitaries? Yes, of course. From time to time. The law is my life. Nothing I do falls outside the scope of my duties. You helped us this morning. You returned Kate's promised notebook to us just this morning. Surely you can't claim that that fell within the scope of your duties? Ooh. I am not yet a perfect servant of the law. That much is true. No, you are a human being, and that was an act of simple human kindness. You have feelings, Judge Cavell. And you were allowed to have them. About the President's death, too. That's the mean France has decent martial history? Yeah, I mean, I suppose, but at the same time, Agincourt, 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 Agincourt. You're never going to be able to persuade an Englishman to get behind French military victories, no matter how true they might be. We've got too much history for that. I mean, I will add, it's all in jest. I genuinely, as an American, it's too much fun to tease the both of you. I mean, realistically, I think America's got a worse track record than the UK and France when it comes to, like, military victories versus military defeats. The ratio's not quite as great. But that's why it's not the great states of America compared to Great Britain. And then there's just France, just sat in a corner, just, you know, picking its bum. Canada's just looking down, just like, WTF, eh? They would say mate, but it's like, eh? No, I genuinely, I only get involved with this stuff for the jokes. Beyond that, I don't really pay it very much heed. I am the smallest guy. Please understand this. I can still hardly believe it. If I might ask, how did he die? He was crushed to death by the head of a monster known as Torosaurus. Forgive me, I should probably explain. Is that true? He died on the set of the movie? He did. Interesting that you should even know what Torosaurus is. Oh, I imagine I must have heard about it from Eustace. Something about them shooting a movie somewhere near the big building. You don't like those jokes when they come from strangers, but I'm a friend. Yeah. See, I won't joke about that sort of stuff unless I know someone's not going to take actual offence to it, you know. I mean, I rag on myself for being English constantly as well. So, like, you know, when people see, oh, hang on, this guy's like, he's not just like, he doesn't just hate France, he's just like, British people, wankers, dickheads, you know. I mean, to be fair, like 90% of British humour is self-directed. We are a very flagellant people. Like, if you look at the flagellant from Darkest Dungeon, when he's like whipping himself, that is us with our humour. You know, if we're not mugging off the French, we're mugging off ourselves, and we'll normally mug ourselves off before we mug the French off. So, you know, it's a whole thing. She isn't fooling anybody. She's clearly very upset about something. She mentioned Mr. Winner, who seems to have disappeared along with some vital evidence. Perhaps if she won't tell us what she discussed with the President, we should try to find out what else she might be hiding. General misanthropy, no discrimination, hate everyone equally. Yeah, exactly, it's the Scandinavian way, right? It's the Scandinavian death metal way. You know, where it's just like, I hate everyone, you know, and so on and so forth. Oh, thinking of which, hey there, Herlock, how are we doing? Welcome in. How are things going over on the Great Ace Attorney? I hope it's, I hope your cases and your evidence are solid and strong. Yes. Okay, let's bust this judge open. I'm clearly getting under her skin. I need to dig further. Francisca stepped in to take Mr. Winner's place in the trial, but how was she supposed to prosecute the case if he never handed over all the evidence? My interest is solely in ensuring that a trial proceeds fairly once it has begun. And if once it has, vital evidence cannot be presented, it should surprise no one if the accused goes free. Bidey. Oh look, Sean's in the wrong timeline. You know what, it's all good. I am a judge, a servant of the law. My personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. So you have no personal feelings when it comes to Mr. Winner's disappearance? Of course I do. I worry about him terribly too. You're worried about someone else as well? Wait, two? Does that mean there's somebody else you're worried about as well? Ah, I imagine their identity might explain your strangely agitated state. I don't know what you're talking about. I am a servant of the law, and my feelings are immaterial. You're no servant, you're a person. We are all servants of the law, all of us who stand in the courtroom. But we're not superhuman. You, me, everybody else, we're just people underneath it all. Much as we'd like to bury our feelings and remain impartial, that simply isn't possible. You are right, of course. I am in no fit state to offer impartial judgment. Please, Judge Gavel, just tell us the truth. What's going on? What do I do? What do I do? Wait, what? I've never seen her lose her composure like this. I should ask her who this person is she's so worried about. Her professional mask is finally beginning to slip. Perhaps now I can get to the human being underneath. Judge Gavel, who are you so worried about? And where are they? My apologies, but I simply cannot tell you that. I'll need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line of questioning any further. I should try another tag for now. The person you're so worried about, is it Mr. Winner? He has not been seen since he discovered the truth about his father. Of course I'm worried about him, but this could also be a valuable test for him. He chose to disappear, and he can choose to reappear. And the other person you're worried about can't? That's not something I'm at liberty to talk about. I don't know what might happen to that poor child if I did. That poor child? Who are you talking about? Nobody. Please, it was nothing. Ignore it. Judging by the look on her face, I definitely shouldn't. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. Child? Hang on. The kid from the... She knew about the movie set. She got some sort of tie to that kid. The cow child. Milky. I'm just going to call him Milky. I can't remember what his name was. Let's deploy the clue. That poor child is missing, aren't they? So this poor child is missing, and you're desperate to find them. John Marsh? Ah. I don't know the name, I'm afraid, Zach. And since you say child, I suppose we're right to assume that this person is a minor. I can't answer, and I won't. It has no bearing whatsoever on the murder of the president. I'll need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line of questioning any further. Try another tag for now. This person you're so worried about, is it Torosaurus? I really don't have time for jokes, Mr. Edgeworth. It's not a joke. When I told you how the president was killed, you seemed surprised when I mentioned that he was crushed by the Torosaurus. That was simply shock at learning how he died. And where? A half-built film set on an empty lot. It sounds as if something about where he died is particularly troubling to you. Sean Fenn, that's the one. No, that's not true at all. It's just... Film sets are places where dreams are made, and instead, a great man met his end there. I only hope that the utmost care is taken when the news is shared with the cast and crew. A crew member found him. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid the cast and crew already know. We met two of them at the scene. A crew member and a young actor, Sean Fenn. No, why? Why did this have to happen? Something about the Torosaurus connection really seems to be upsetting her. This might prove to be a valuable clue. Judge Gavel, who... Oh, we've gone through this bit. So we deployed this clue. The poor child is missing. She's got some connection to Sean. Let's deploy the other clue. It's something from the movie, isn't it? You seem to get very sensitive every time I mention Torosaurus. The poor child you mentioned has something to do with the movie, don't they? How do you... You're usually so cool and collected. Your discomfort told me everything I needed to know. Who is this poor child? You have to tell us. Very well. You figured out so much already. I might as well tell you the truth. The person I'm so worried about, the person I'm so desperate to find, is Sean Fenn. What? Sean? But why? That is more than I can allow you to know. Judge Cavell, you said you would tell us the truth. And if you don't give it up voluntarily, we will have to force it from you. I'm afraid you're just going to have to accept that. I need to get her to tell me why she's so desperate to find Sean. So the Sean we met might have just been a stunt double? What if the Sean we met was actually a disguised... It's Shelley the Killer in disguise, isn't it? Like, you just see the flesh sort of start to split on the child's forehead, and then the body just falls away, and he just stands up with an ice cream in his hand. Hello there, Mr. Edgeworth. It's me, Shelley the Killer. Don't worry, this was just a flesh suit. It's not the actual child, Mr. Edgeworth, I assure you. Worse than Don Paulo in Professor Layton. I've never played Professor Layton. I don't know any of the characters, I'm afraid. Do you know him? Do you know Sean personally? He is famous. He's really Torosaurus in disguise. I doubt there are many people who do not know him. I certainly didn't until today. Wait, you know what I just realised? Is we don't have the evidence available to show profiles, but doesn't the president of Shengfa look kind of like Will Powers from 1-3? Then you clearly need to be better informed. Perhaps I could teach you a few things. There is almost nothing I don't know about him. Bide time. Forgive me. I allowed myself to get a little carried away. That seems to happen quite a bit when the subject of Sean comes up. Look, I do not know him personally. I simply know a lot about him. Don Paul is one of the main antagonists, and he always disguises someone to get close to Layton. 50-year-old guy can someone disguise a 14-year-old girl for extended periods of times? Jesus. So what you're telling me is he's like Mr. Majima from the Yakuzas. I've just upset a lot of people with those pronunciations, haven't I? No, it's like Majima everywhere, isn't it? I'll need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line of questioning any further. Okay. We're trying to find Sean too. Do you have any idea where he might be? Why would I have any idea about that? The two of us aren't connected in any way at all. Need a clue here as well? Yes, okay. Hey Hades, welcome in, welcome in. We're playing chess with Judge Gavell. Are you a fan? Are you a fan of Sean's, perhaps? Am I? Yes, I am. I am an ardent admirer of the work of Sean Fenn, child actor extraordinaire. Bide. You forgot the stream got somewhere to go tonight to boot. Oh, it's all good. There'll be a VOD over on YouTube. I heard that he was filming near the big building. So I made it my business to learn where the set was and some other important details. I see. I suppose that makes sense. As a fan, you'd want to know such things. I imagine you would also have tried to learn when he was supposed to be on set? Yes, of course. He said he'd be filming there all day today. Did you hear that from Sean himself? You make it sound like you heard that from Sean himself. I don't think he'd be sharing his schedule with a mere fan, do you? No, I misspoke. Ignore me. Every slip of the tongue she makes seems to do with Sean. And now we know she's spoken with him. That's an important clue. We're trying to find Sean. Yeah, we've gone through this bit. This is the wrong clue. Okay. Do you know him? She's like a worried parent, isn't she? We bide. Oh, one moment. Sorry, my guts have been rumbling today. I can understand you're being worried about Sean, but you seem a little too worried. And you implied before that you had spoken to him, which must surely mean that you know him personally. Ah! How did I give away so much? So the two of you are acquainted. This is surely an important clue. I don't know what exactly the connection is between you and Sean, but I know for certain that it exists. You've as good as told us that it does. Ah! Please, Judge Gavel, you have to help us try and find him. Help you? That would never be allowed. By whom? The goddess of justice? By the one person who knows where he is. The person who kidnapped him? He has been kidnapped. Oh. At last, the puzzle pieces are finally starting to fall into place. I know why you're so reluctant to tell us anything about your relationship with Sean. Admit it. He's been kidnapped, hasn't he? Judge Gavel, I need you to tell me the truth. All of it. Very well. This time. I will tell you everything. Your intuition was correct. Sean has been kidnapped. I knew it. But why does that have anything to do with you? How are the logic battles in this one compared to other AA games? Actually, the logic chess is pretty good. Like, the logic chess actually... There's a lot of actual sense to it. So the logic games in other AAs sometimes fall kind of flat, but this one is really, like, solid. There's only been one point where I've just been like, eh. And, you know, the rest of them have just been peak. I am... Then Sean is... He's my son. Huh? I'm sorry, what? I did say she was like a worried parent. Has my intuition done it again? What? Well, we may not have found out what she and President Wang were talking about, but we found out something just as important. Sean has been abducted. Not exactly the endgame I was expecting, but that's checkmate nonetheless. Did you notice that we didn't get a single mistake in that sequence? Not one mistake. And I did that completely blind. Completely blind, no mistakes. Damn. What? You're Sean's mum, Judge Gavel? No way. Come on, you're too young. It's true. I am Sean's mother. How old is she anyway? She's 26 and she's a judge. That ain't realistic. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a court judge who is, like, younger than about 40. Because the thing is, like, at least over here, the way that a judge is selected is they tend to be a lawyer with a great deal of experience. Like, you're talking, like, 20, 25 years worth of senior experience. I think most of them get appointed when they're sort of, like, probably in their 50s, I think. They're expected to have just a massive experience base. And, I mean, I tell you something. It's really interesting when you have to try and get into the mind of a judge. There's a lot of that sort of thing in my work, is getting inside the head of a judge. Like, what would the judge do? What would the judge think? There's a lot of prediction there. It's never quite a certain thing. It's never an exact science, but yeah, I mean, generally, it's been really interesting having a game where there's a judge who is like a very focal character. I think a lot of my opinions have been coloured by my own experiences with the judiciary, you know, and what I expect a judge to be. Look. A magazine clipping. An article about Sean. You always carry this with you? Yes, everywhere I go. I guess you could call it a kind of talisman. That certainly speaks to the bond between them. And you're sure he's been kidnapped? Unfortunately, yes. I received a phone call from the kidnapper just before the trial began. Did they make any demands? Only one, that Fifi Laguard be found not guilty. Well, that certainly explains what we saw in there. This sounds familiar. And without any, you can't charge me with anything. Isn't that right, Verity darling? Both judges and prosecutors come from the magistrate school, which is a 5-year course plus prep. Ah, okay, fair enough. See, I think there is a course that they'd be expected to take over here, but like generally an appointee judge in England, you expect them to have experience as either a solicitor or a barrister, sometimes both. Not always both, sometimes it's one or the other. But almost all judges that I'm aware of, I think all judges, in fact, that I'm aware of, will be one of those two things. Normally, they'll either have been a high-ranking barrister or a partner at a law firm in some description. So, I don't know if that... I mean, let's have a look at that, actually. I'm kind of interested by... Let me have a look, okay? UK, how to become a judge. To become a judge in the UK, individuals need a legal qualification, solicitor, barrister, or chartered legal exec. So a chartered legal exec is someone who's gone through ILEX, which is basically the qualification route if you don't have the university degree. So functionally, a chartered legal exec is one step below a solicitor, and then if they take SILEX level 6, then they can qualify as a solicitor. So it's a much longer route into qualification, but it's just as valid. And then the Judicial Appointment Commission oversees the selection process. You can apply to the JAC for judicial roles, and then if you get in, then you go for training at the Judicial College. So to get the degree, you would need to be at least 21, I think, because you have to be 18 to take the LPC. 3 years qualification, 21, come out with that. So I suppose in theory you could have a 30-year-old judge, but it would just be, you'd have to display a ridiculous aptitude, because if they're selecting based on experience and such like, they're going to be selecting based on experience more than anything. Some prosecutors become judges later on. Don't know if reverse is true. Lawyers are a different thing. You just need to go through college and pass the bar. See, over here, if you pass the bar, that's for solicitors and barristers. So there's not every lawyer in the UK needs to pass the bar. I haven't done that. I haven't done that. One of my mates at work has. She's a qualified barrister, which is very, very funny because every single time I see her in the kitchen at work and she's making a coffee, it's like, putting that barrister qualification to work. I see, my dear. And just to confirm, this is a running joke between the two of us, and it's all in jest. She's in on the joke as well. It's not at her expense. I mean, to be fair, she's the one who started it. So I just want to make sure that point is stressed. A barista barrister, exactly that. Exactly that. The easiest joke in the world. Well, I mean, you know what? She's the one who started it, and it's just kind of stuck. And because we've got like a little friend group at work, it's just kind of... It's like we kind of like have these cycles of jokes, because I don't have a formal legal qualification. I kind of did the suits thing, where I qualified as a sound engineer and somehow started working in law, and I was just that good that I've just progressed upwards. And it's like, oh, okay, I'm kind of like a experienced handler now, that people come to for help on things. And it's really, it's like, sometimes they'll come to me and it's like, isn't this ironic, go through all that training to become... Oh, have I not told you before, Ara? Depending on the type of judge in the US, they need to get elected or Senate confirmation. Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so basically, Ara, what happened was I have no formal qualification yet. I studied sound engineering at uni, came out of uni, moved up to the north with the wife, and then it was like, oh shit, there's no jobs in what I qualified in. Bollocks, what do I do? So I had a sales job for about a year, which was awful. And then I lost that job because I was rubbish at it. And then the firm that I used to work for were hiring for like admin roles. And I was like, oh, you know what, sure, I need a job. I just need to not die from starvation. So I took it. Found, actually, I'm pretty good at this. Then about 10 years ago, started doing actual practice, as in, like case handling practice. And basically it was just like, oh, I'm actually pretty good at this. So like now, if there's anything at work with, say, head injuries or sensory injuries or scarring, people come to me for advice. Like, Shinsu, what do we do with this? I can't work this out. And I'll have a look. It's like, yeah, here's your JCG. Here's what you're looking at. This is what I reckon this is worth, or this is who you should refer this to because it's going to exceed track or something like that. And you know, it's like when my barrister pal, you know, she will sometimes come for me for advice on this sort of thing. She said one time, you know, it's absolutely mental that you don't have a qualification. I got my job through merit, yeah. I'm that one motherfucker who slogged their way to where they are today. It's hard, but it is rewarding. Like when you get a good result for your client, it's like that feeling is just chef kiss 10 out of 10. You know, that's what you fight for. That's what you fight for. Donk. Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot proceed. As such, this court hereby declares the accused, Fifi Laguard, not guilty. I have been considering doing ILEX, but the thing is, it's like, it's a long course, and it's very involved. So it's like, I'm kind of just like, well, I kind of enjoy my lazy evenings, you know. And there's also, like, there's a lot of maintenance when you've got the, like, qualifications and whatnot. There's a lot more scrutiny. There's a lot more red tape. And it's just like, can I not just be some little guy? You know, can I just be some little guy who happens to be decent at this? You know, Onegaishimasu who? That's why you came so close to declaring her innocence. I have failed in my duty to the law. I am a judge. If I cannot arbitrate with impartiality, I make a mockery of justice. And yet, I tried to force through a ruling based on nothing but my own self-interest. Judge Gavel. The goddess must be furious with me, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't sacrifice my son on the altar of justice. I couldn't remain impartial when it mattered most. Of course you couldn't. You crazy? Kay. No parent could just give up on their child like that. If that makes the goddess of justice mad, then I'm sorry, but she's wrong. If she really thinks that way, then she's the guilty one. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes. Declaring the goddess guilty? That's bold. Kay is right. As I told you, though, we all serve the law. We are also only human. And none of us could or should be expected to sacrifice a child for the sake of a verdict. Thank you, both of you. Yeah, you kind of remind me, Aaron, about how mental, like, sometimes I think, oh, my life's, like, really dull and boring. And then I realise, actually, I've done a lot of kind of crazy stuff. You know, like, oops. You know, all things considered, a lot of the stuff I've done is a bit nutty, you know. Like, I qualify as a sound engineer. I get into legal practice through just being good at my job. I write a fucking novel. I've got a second novel that I just haven't published yet because I haven't gotten around to it. And I've got, like, half of another one which I'd kind of shelved when I started VTubing. I stream 5 or 6 days a week. Yeah, I have brain trauma because me and my mate messed around. That's not boring. You know what? That is also true. That is also very true. And then I've got the band as well. You know, the band, we just finished writing a new song. I tell you what, the new song sounds absolutely disgusting. Absolutely vile. I love it. Did I download it? I don't think I did, but like, I'd play it for you otherwise. Maybe towards the end of the stream. Hold on a minute. Let me just see. Let's see if I can get that requested. Any chance of that new song? Here. I can't download through WhatsApp for some reason. There we go. I've requested it. We'll maybe play that near the end of the stream. See how we go, huh? But it's fucking gross. It's so heavy. It's really fast as well. Like, there's a lot of fast double bass drumming in it, which is not something I normally put into songs because it's quite hard to replicate live. But like, we were practicing it last night and it was just like, no, this just feels right. Just, you know, like, get the Slayer ass bass drums going. I'm so, oh baby, oh lordy me. But the trial must continue. There is no escaping that.
Your Honor, they are.
It seems it is time. Judge Gavel. My dad was a prosecutor. He was. Yeah, he used to work in a courtroom just like you do. And I was thinking about what he would have done if he was in your position right now. If a prosecutor were forced to insist that a clearly innocent suspect be found guilty, I know what he would have done. Anything, that's what. He would have done anything to get me back. He would? So what I'm trying to say is, you can trust us. What do you mean? To get him back, to snatch him from the jaws of danger. I'm the second Yasagras, and if you agree to trust me, I promise I'll get him back for you.
Haha! The thief who steals only the truth and perhaps one or two other things. Well, Judge Gavel, what do you say? Will you trust the great thief to steal back that which matters most to you?
Mr. Edgeworth,
I'd like to help too, if that's all right with you.
Thank you. I know I'm in no position to ask this of you, but please, please, see that he comes home safely. Oh, we will. You can count on us. Here, take my cell phone. The kidnapper may call again.
You'll get it back along with your son, I promise.
I will do everything I can to draw out the trial, but I don't imagine I can give you more than about 2 hours at best.
2 hours. That gives us until 2 p.m.
Please, I'm counting on you.
Okay. Huh. And here I thought the great thief was on sabbatical.
Well, hold us you out, because she's back in business. Alright, let's do this. My first commission. Can't afford to mess this up.
In that case, we'd better start looking right away. Where to begin? Gah! Where the heck did he go? Maybe he just went home.
You're right. They won't be doing any filming today, after all.
Sure, but maybe he went on the lam. Perhaps we should see if Sean left any clues behind at the big building.
Hey, what are you doing giving orders? This is a great thief operation. I'm in charge now.
I forgot about that, like, sniffing her finger expression. I don't understand it. Is that so? Then what am I?
You're my assistant. First assistant to the great thief Yasagarasu. Talk about an honour.
I've been relegated to thief's assistant.
Alright, let's get to work. Team Yasagarasu, move out.
I need to check the back of the building. Okay. Understando.
Alright, here we are. Ready? On 3. Just follow my lead. You'll be fine, okay?
Huh. What exactly are you talking about?
Even in the depths of night. Hey, your turn. Keep up, will you?
Why are you making me do this?
Because the great thief Yasagarasu just arrived at the scene of the crime, dummy. How is anybody supposed to know that if we don't announce our appearance?
You may be a thief, but I most certainly am not.
Gah, fine, I'll do it on my own. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, Team Rocket blast off at the speed of light. Meowth, that's right.
Wait, that's not right. Well.
One alone soars to shine, the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief, Yasagarasu.
I'm very much aware of who you are, thank you. Now, shall we get on with this investigation?
Ah, you're no fun at all.
We don't have time for fun. We have less than 2 hours, in fact. We'd better get started.
Alright, well we have the photo. Let's show it to a few people, see if it jogs any memories.
I can already see him. I can already see Powers. You can't tell me that's not Will Powers. You remember while it's on the right? At the back of the building. Okay. Well, I tell you what. Let me save there just to make sure. Right, give me just 1 second as well. Hold on. Just a moment. Understandu. Okay. Oh, it's said. That's right. I was pressing S and I was like, why S can I work? Wait, can I not? This bus must be for moving the cast and crew around during filming. I believe they call it a sight bus. Well, it sure is a sight for sore eyes. Sight bus, bright bus, super out sight bus. 3, 2, 1, gonna drive you through the night bus. Come on, little sight bus, get your motor running. You're the type of bus I could have a lot of fun in. I certainly wouldn't say no to a nice, peaceful bus ride home right now. The back of the building. It was earlier when I was checking this scene. Wait, what? Oh, what? When we were on the... last week? Uh-oh. Oh, whoops. Well. Oh, well, it's fine. Hello, taxi driver. Oh, ho! Hey there, pal. Why the long face, huh? Everything ought to maybe lighten up a little. Did you take on any passengers here this morning? Doesn't which wear a pointy hat? You bet I did. Just the one fare, mind you. It's present in AAI 1 and I missed it there too. Wait, it is? Huh. Oh, okay. And who's the passenger? You have to check a certain person in a blue suit. I didn't see him at all. I haven't seen him in any of these games. What do you mean? It was 2 guys, had on these black suits, real sharp looking. Did they have a boy with them? This boy? Nah, like I said, it was just the 2 of them. It's during a laser mind chess. Okay. You gotta go eating. No worries. Enjoy your food. Yes. I thought we might be onto something there, but no luck. Okay. A very good day to you, Prosecutor Edgeworth, sir. Huh? I am not a prosecutor anymore, but he doesn't need to know that, I guess. Good day to you too, officer. Can I ask why you've been posted here? Me? Oh, I'm just keeping an eye on things. Excellent. Then perhaps you can tell me if any vehicles have come in or out of here this morning. None except the taxi and that blue truck over there, sir. Only 2 vehicles have come in or out. That could be useful to know. Okay. We should check the truck. Sean! Sean! You in there? No sign of him here either. Kind of thought that basket on the back of the truck there looked suspicious. She's not wrong, it does. Huh? What are you doing, Mr. Edgeworth? Why are you touching the truck? The engine's cold, which means it's been here for a while. No way, you can tell just from that. And if it's been parked here a while, I guess the driver might not be nearby either. We don't really have time to stand around waiting until they get back. Okay. Let's go speak to Powers. It's definitely him. Oh, hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Long time no see. Wait, you're... This is Will Powers. He's an action star I met in an old case. He's also the man behind the mask of the one and only Steel Samurai. Long time no see indeed. Nice to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, great thief. Mr. Edgeworth has been working as my assistant. Good to meet you, but a thief? Mr. Edgeworth has been assisting a thief? Let's not worry about that for now. We'd like to ask you about what happened this morning, if that's alright. Sure. I don't know if I could be of much help to you, but sure. So he'll be one of Sean's work colleagues. I guess we'd better just dive right in. I heard you were investigating this one, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, yes, but I'm not the prosecutor in charge, of course. But if you're here as assistant, I guess this is her case? No, that's...
I can see you're an intelligent man. You're right, of course. I'm in charge of this one.
Don't encourage her.
Alright, I need you to give me straight answers. First of all, this case. Have you noticed anything weird? Perhaps you could give me your impressions.
Is that supposed to sound like me? My impressions? I guess my main concern is, no offense to the victim and all, but is it all over for the production? Are we done? I can't help but worry. I think it's probably safe to assume that you are, at least for now. Right? Oh, I knew it. What a bummer. We don't have the location for much longer either. Because you were due to finish shooting soon. No, because they're due to start building. That lot won't be empty for long. They were letting us use it while they got ready to make a start. Excuse me. I guess the plan was to shoot the rest on a lot back at Global Studios. I've been so worried about everything. What with people spreading all these rumours too? Rumours? Yeah, this journalist keeps coming around. Y'all been on real monsters on that there set of yours. Y'all can't do that. I'm gonna expose y'all. She's always saying stuff like that. I think I know exactly who this journalist might be. Yeah, the photographer, right? I thought maybe you might know her.
But you're not, are you? Hiding real monsters, I mean.
You kidding? If they had real monsters to call on, I'd be out of a job. Wait, is he Taurosaurus? So you've all been working hard on the movie? Yeah, it's the first time I've been on a reboot of an old series. This one's been a real challenge for me and everybody else over it. Oh, excuse me, guys. For some reason, Powers' voice is really exhausting. For everybody else over at Global Studios. I think it's because it's so low. I need more breath. If only they put on this kind of engine to making a new Still Samurai show or something. What role are you playing in this one? Me? I'm Taurosaurus himself. Oh.
No way! So you're the star?
Well, not quite. I'm in a costume, see. My face won't ever appear on screen.
Really? Still, that's pretty amazing. I wish I could wear a costume like that. Hey, do you think I could try it on sometime? I'd settle for just climbing inside one of the horns.
I'd love to say yes, but that's not how it works. You can't really climb inside that part.
Oh, I get it. Because I'm an outsider, right?
That's not the issue at all here, Kay. What happens if I present to him the photo? Feels like you're right there behind the scenes, huh? This has been such a great shoot. Everybody's been so into it. Crew, cast, everybody. Sure, it's not always been easy, but we kept smiling right through it all. What an atmosphere. But now this. How did this happen? There's not much we can do right now about the fact that shooting has been suspended. But if we can solve the case, maybe there's a chance the movie can get back on schedule. Another reason to do what we came here to do. That bit's rough, playing important roles but not really being famous. See, I think that in some cases, like, it is possible to be extremely famous but never have your face appear in the things that you are not necessarily famous for. Like, the example I'm thinking of is Mark Hamill, because obviously most people know him from Star Wars, right? Yeah, Luke Skywalker, main character, huge films, very well-known face, but you see all the stuff that he does voice acting for. Like, he's the voice of the Joker. And I think his voice acting work is much more iconic than him as Luke Skywalker. And I don't mean any disrespect to him by that. I just think his voice acting work is way better because he's just got such an expressive voice. Like, his Joker is ridiculous. His Joker is ridiculous in all the right ways. Like Jack the Ripper.
Who says I am not Jack the Ripper? I'm Jack the Ripper. I rip the hair.
Excuse me. Let's ask him about Sean then. Can I ask you about a couple of questions about Sean? Voice acting is pretty cool. It is. You know what? It's also like when you learn to hear someone's voice and recognize them, you realize that like an in-demand voice actor is in a lot of stuff. Like, these days, I can pretty much instantly pick out if Patrick Sykes is in something. Because it's like, here he is. He's back. There's my boy. I don't know him or anything. I'm just a fan of his work. You know. Like, his voice role as Ragnar the Blood Edge will always be iconic to me. Always iconic. Oh, sure. Penny told me what's happened. He just disappeared, right? Yeah, sounds like him.
Does he do that a lot?
Yeah, kinda. If we take 5 minutes, you look around sometimes, he's just gone. Do you have any idea where he might have headed off to? Sorry, no. I did see him leaving set, though.
Huh? You did? And where was he headed?
He got on the site bus. But I was checking some equipment over. By the time I looked back up, he was gone.
The site bus? I wonder if he left any clues behind. Do you mind if we take a look inside the bus, Mr. Powers?
Sure, you'll have to excuse the mess, though.
Alright, let's see what we can find.
This is the bus.
There's an array of filming equipment here. Are you getting ready to shoot something?
No, nothing scheduled for today at this location. It's just a case has gone missing.
Case? What's he talking about?
Yeah, all that stuff there is normally stored inside a large case. But I look away for 5 minutes, and it's wandered off somewhere.
Sounds like there's a thief around here. What exactly was taken?
Just the case, as far as I can tell.
That's what Sean was smuggled out in.
Obvious. Obvious.
Why only take that? I would have been more interested in what was inside it myself. I guess whoever took it must have needed the case more than its contents. Did they need to put something in it? We wanted to have a look inside the bus, didn't we? Where would Sean have been sitting?
Sean? Oh, that's his seat with the backpack on it.
There's something poking out of it. No offense to voice actors, but looks obviously don't factor in, so they have to be really good at voice acting. You know what? Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, you know, I suppose if you get into voice acting, you know, there's no expectation that you're going to be a stunner. But then at the same time, Danny DeVito has a successful film career, so I guess you don't always necessarily need rugged, Gaston-style good looks to make it, you know. Sometimes you can just be like this demented little toe running around.
So anyway, I started blasting.
A videotape?
We use these when we're shooting.
Why would Sean have one? Was there something you wanted to record? This could be a clue. Do you have a way for us to check what's on the tape?
Sure, there's a couple of monitors set right up over there.
Alright,
Alright, it's in play.
It's Sean. Is he rehearsing his lines? Sean was there on his own, running his lines. There's a clearly visible footprint right there, which means this must be from last night.
Yeah, he does this sometimes. When he's not happy with the scene, he borrows the equipment and goes over it on his own time.
Wow, he's really dedicated, huh?
Sure is. He may be young, but he takes his craft seriously. You gotta admire it. Well, that part of it at least. The using the kit without asking part, not so much.
And he would have been able to use the equipment on his own.
Sure, if all he wanted to do was shoot something pretty basic.
Huh? What is it, Kay? Where did Sean go? He ran off somewhere and just left the camera running. It stopped. I guess he ran out of tape. So that's all that's on there. Sean's rehearsal. Okay. It's midday already. You think Judge Cavell and the others are doing okay? I'm not sure. How long is it realistically possible to drag out proceedings, I wonder? We have to find Sean. Indeed we do. Oh, heck, not like that, dang it. It's definitely Lotta. Yep. Oh, it's her mate. I haven't seen her for a while. How do you think we're going to get us a scoop like that? I don't remember what Tabby Lloyd sounds like. Let's do a kind of like a higher pitched Lotta. Sorry, Chief, my bad. How many times I gotta say it? We're scoop fiends, wild critters that survive on scoops and scoops alone. Every second we ain't scooping, we're starving. It's scoop or die out here. Yes, Chief.
Well, look who it is. Although I can't help but wish it wasn't.
When did those two get here? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. We should go talk to them.
Should we? Fine. Can I do any logic yet? Not yet. Miss Lloyd calls you Chief, doesn't she?
Sure does, because that's exactly what I am. She's my #1 cub reporter. Seems my unique brand of shutterbug caught her eye, so she came to me to learn the trade. She may be a scribbling out a snapper, but the both of us are hungry for a scoop 24/7. And besides, who doesn't want to be called Chief, right?
Miss Hart's pictures were what drew Miss Lloyd to her. I suppose it's no surprise that this particular chief attracted an apprentice with such unique tastes.
Sure, she didn't score no big stories just yet, but she's hungry. Boy, is she. Hungrier than me, even. And she wants a Taurosaurus exclusive batter, and the Coyote wants chicken. She's been turning this place upside down all day looking for leads. She has. Maybe she knows something about the kidnapping. I think we should ask her, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Agreed. We need all the help we can get to find Sean. You sensed the ginger afro, and it was right, you see? It was right, that it seems? Yes. Yes. She's back. She's back to terrorize us, Dodso. How you doing, by the way? I hope you're having a good one. And I can think of one piece of evidence that might encourage us to tell us what we need to know. One piece of evidence, huh? The plushie, maybe. Doing decent? Excellent. We love to hear it. I am doing sweaty. It's very hot in the UK right now. It's like, I think it must be like about 25 degrees in here. I mean, the thing is, I've realised my computer actually kicks out quite a lot of heat. I've started to notice it, which is kind of funny. You found a game I might like. Ooh.
Well, if it ain't my gold frame ruffles, good to see you all again.
And you, Miss Lloyd. But how come you're here, if you don't mind me asking? Miss Lloyd, the accusation of murder made against you is of course entirely groundless. But the fact remains that you were a willing participant in the staged assassination attempt. The police will no doubt wish to speak to you about the matter. You should be aware that you may well be punished for your actions.
Well, they kind of dropped the whole case out of nowhere. Packed me up and shipped me home without so much as a slap on the wrist. Guess it was their way of saying, you keep up the good work now. They did seem kind of keen to get me to never ever mention the whole thing ever again, though.
Yes, because you weren't part of the official story of the attempt at the president's life. And they can't afford to have you getting in the way of that.
But Mr. Edgeworth, telling Tabby not to talk is like trying to stop a dam from bursting with a piece of tape.
Ha! Not exactly the most delicate way of putting it.
Well, the whole thing, of course. Every last detail, plus a few of my own. Handed in the paper, hopes all high and all. But nothing, not a peep.
Was somebody putting pressure on them? Read-only memories Neurodiver. Why does that sound familiar? Why does that sound familiar? I'm sure I've seen this somewhere before. This does look. I think one of my mates has mentioned this before. In Just Little Guys. This is very Kuro or Cielo coded. Yeah, I'll have a look at that, Dodso. Good shout. Good shout. There was another one that I got sent. I've realised that I'd said that I was going to try it out and I never got round to it, so I'm probably going to try and pencil it in for this week. Pixel PI, which is just, the demo's just hit Steam, so this seems like a good opportunity to have a look at it. But oh, this is a VN as well. Yeah, nice. Okay. I'll have a look at that, Dodso. Thanks. I like a good recommendation like this, and it looks very neon coded as well. which that sort of thing does it for me. Like Neon crossed with JoJo. Aha! Excellent. My band have just sent the on sale on Xbox for $5.99. Ooh, nice. Hang on, is it on? I wonder if it's. Hold on. Let me have a quick look at Game Pass real quick. So I've got the Game Pass app open. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's on Game Pass, but hang on. Let's see. You know what's really funny? I don't think it's on Xbox PC. And let's try searching Euro. Yeah, that's wacky. It's not on the PC Xbox app. Sometimes this happens. It happened with the Apollo Justice trilogy. I would have played it on Xbox app, but it just wasn't there. It just wasn't there for the playing, which was a little bit weird. A little bit weird. But no, I'll have a maybe. Let's see if Steam. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's like £3 on Steam. It's like £3. Right, yeah. Let's hold on. I'm gonna bang that in my basket so I can sort that after stream. Nice one. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be on the Xbox console. It's not on the Xbox PC app, but it is on Steam for cheap. So let's jump on that. I'll sort that when I finish up my stream. I was thinking about having a troll through Steam for some deals as well. So it's got like an 80% off or something, which is, I look at that and I'm just like, chef kiss. That's when the getting's good, you know. Also, my band have just sent that song through, so when we get to the end of this stream, I'll have a listen to that. I'll give you guys a sneak peek on what we're cooking. So, let's get the game back up. Here we go. Was somebody putting pressure on them? Well, the details you added a little too gratuitous, perhaps. The fact we use squids as a currency will never not be funny. Sorry, give me a second. The light's really getting blinding in here. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. The way the sun comes in the evening is very blinding at this time of day. Okay, there we go. Both seem equally plausible, unfortunately. What are you doing here at the big building? Are you reporting on something?
Hey, maybe I didn't make this clear enough the first time we met. But you want a reporter to scratch your back, you gotta scratch yours first if you catch my meaning.
You mean you want me to give you something you can use for an article?
Bingo! And it better be good. Because if it ain't, this conversation's over.
We do need to know about what might have happened to Sean. Perhaps I could show her a piece of evidence to see if she has anything to give me in return. Okay. How about this picture of the dead body of the president of Shengfa?
The prosecutor delves into his pocket. After considerable fumbling, he reveals... sorry. You're gonna have to help me out of here, Ruffles.
Never mind. I guess she knows nothing about that. Okay, I just showed her the picture of a dead foreign diplomat. A dead head of state for a foreign government, and she's just like, nah, I don't give a shit about that. I don't give a shit about that. No. That's not important to me. This is not a scoop. Torosaurus plushie?
She snuck right into the lion's den without a thought for her own safety. Yep, the chief's a real champion of truth, all right. Ain't that so, Mr. Edgeworth?
Can I say no comments? Why is she wearing an armed bear trap on her backpack? I think... So my headcanon is that she fancies Gumshoe, and because he's a big sexy bear, she's always ready to trap him. That's my logic anyway. Perhaps we should reserve judgment on that until we know a little more. Imagine giving a stretch and your arm gets ripped off. Damn. That's, that would kind of suck, wouldn't it?
Nah, I'm more of a judge now, think later kind of gal myself. Nothing else to tell the readers?
Only that I'd like you to consider being a little more impartial in your reporting.
Nah, I'm more of a cater to your audience so they love you more kind of gal. My audience is mostly the good old chief.
I wish you'd at least try to take things seriously. Okay. I need to show her something. He said that there was something I need to show to her. Try this one. Not that one. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be showing to her. Forged letter? Nope. I don't know what... The game made it seem like it was so obvious what I was supposed to show her, but it's not. I don't know what the fuck the game wants me to do. It wants me to show her something to get her to give me something, but the stuff which seemed obvious has not panned out, so I'm just like throwing whatever bullshit. The rehearsal tape? No, it's not that. Random bullshit go. I mean, at least we don't get penalized for this. We're just throwing whatever bullshit we can at her to see what sticks. The camera footage? No? I've got no fucking clue here. We've tried all of these, haven't we? We tried this one? So it's nothing on this page. It's nothing on this page, then. Okay. Try the photo behind the scenes? Miss Lloyd, this picture. How was I ever going to get to this?
Say no more, Ruffles. I already know what you're going to ask.
You do?
You're looking for him, right? The kid?
What?
He just can't get out from under the drama, huh? Wherever he goes, the bodies follow. Miles at him with a trouble magnet. Pretty much sums you up, right?
Is my reputation really so sordid?
And now you done got yourself wrapped up in a kidnapping, too. Crazy. Huh? How'd you know about that? Shh, pipe down, will you? Can't be talking about this stuff too loud. I ain't even told the chief about it. Gotta keep it on the down low, okay? That ain't a cat I want in the bag just yet.
Seriously, how'd you know about it? Surely Judge Gavelle hasn't told anybody except us. Oh, hydration, thank you. Oh, God. I overshot and my juice got in my whiskers. Okay.
I bet you just love to know, wouldn't you? Well, you can. It's a secret.
She's as stubborn as ever, it seems.
Hey, quit staring at me like that. I ain't sharing nothing with that thundercloud of a face. So, you know something, right? Sure do. Truth is, I done saw it. Little kid being bundled up by two shady characters in black suits.
Oh.
What? Do you know where they went? Nope, don't get a clue. They was kind of far away when I spotted them. Lost sight pretty quick. Dang it. Still, at least we know something about our kidnappers now.
Yes, 2 men in black. Hold on. Okay. So we've learned a little something about the kidnappers. Miss Lloyd saw 2 men taking Sean away. And the taxi driver remembers giving 2 similar-looking men a ride.
They must be the same people, right?
I'd say it's a distinct possibility, yes, but there's one thing that doesn't make sense. The taxi driver specifically said the 2 men didn't have a child with them.
Oh yeah, that is weird.
Haha! Could it be the kidnappers who stole the case?
Wait, you mean...
Yes, what if they put Sean inside it?
He's little enough he'd fit, I guess. So the reason the taxi driver didn't see him
Might be that he was loaded into the trunk as baggage.
But why do they need to hide him?
I imagine they might not have planned to originally, but they didn't count on there being a police presence here in the plaza.
Right, that makes sense. They didn't want the officer on duty to see them going off with Sean.
So they took a rather drastic measure.
That must be it. Alright, let's go see what the taxi driver can tell us.
The two men you told us about, did they have any baggage with them?
Boy, did they. A giant case. Wasn't easy getting that thing in the trunk, I tell you. That sells it. They must have been the kidnappers.
Where'd you take these two men, if you don't mind me asking?
Look, I consider this is important. How about I give you a ride, there? That's a great idea. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth.
All right, thank you.
Huh, my pleasure, folks. Yippee!
Where are we?
Oh, did he have to drive that fast? I feel kind of queasy. Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You look a little green yourself.
I'm fine. The driver said he took the men to the garage of this house right here.
Which means this must be where they brought the case. No way! Look at the name on the mailbox.
The name? What? Excelsior's Winner?
This must be that chairman guy's house.
What? Excelsior's Winner ordered Sean's kidnapping?
Isn't he currently under arrest? Nice, the garage door's unlocked.
You spotted that quickly, although I guess I probably shouldn't be surprised. It smells of engine oil in here. I guess Winner Senior must be something of a motorhead.
Anybody home? No? Anybody?
What are we, Kate? Common house thieves?
Take that back. We're great thieves. Don't let me ever hear you say different. Have some self-respect, Mr. Edgeworth.
She didn't like that at all. Anyway, it seems nobody's around, which hopefully means we're not at risk of being arrested.
Don't think you got down yet. We're only just getting started here. Now, let's find us some treasures.
Aren't we supposed to be looking for Sean? Wait. Cement? Oh, I've seen Dexter Season 4. I know where the kid's gone. The Trinity Killer has begun his cycle. He's begun his cycle. He buries a young boy alive before he starts the killing.
Look at those huge bags of flour, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh.
If we had some water and a rolling pin, we could make us some delicious fresh noodles. I like them nice and firm, don't you? You have to boil them just the right amount.
I like to boil mine in salty broth. That's not flour, Kate. It's cement. If you mix it with water, it becomes very, very firm indeed.
Really? Wow. Cement noodles. Yeah, that's probably going to stick in your throat, huh?
Just a little, Kay. Just a little. There's a sledgehammer, a shovel, and a bunch of other heavy-duty tools here.
That thing makes Judge Gavel's hammer look puny. If I ever become a judge, I'm getting one like this.
I doubt you'd make yourself very popular swinging one of those around in a courtroom.
Really? Fine. What if I swung that shovel around instead?
Then it wouldn't be a courtroom, it'd be a circus. Promise me you won't do that. I think we know what this is.
Yes.
This has to be it. The equipment case that Mr. Powers told us was stolen.
They folded little Sean up, packed him in there and slipped him all the way here, huh?
He's a boy, Kate, not a piece of equipment. And it's possible that he's still here.
Then we better find him. My reputation as a great thief is riding on this.
You wouldn't mind sticking something in their throat, a karate jab? Hiya! Judo chop. Sure it is.
Look, a treasure!
These are mechanics gloves. They're designed to be worn when fixing vehicles or working with machines.
They're covered in oil that looks like it must be from a machine too.
Hold on. Flecks of something yellow stuck to clothes. Well, well, well. And strangely, dirt. An awful lot of dirt. I doubt they would have gotten like that from motorcycle maintenance.
Oh, I hate the guy, but I have to admit, I like his gloves a lot. You think we can maybe come up with a good excuse to borrow them?
I was about to take them into evidence, but now I'm not so sure that's a good idea. Okay. Huh?
There's somebody in the back there.
Sean, is that you?
Sean, stay right there. We're coming.
Huh? That's... Yeah. What?
Mr. Winner. What? What's he doing here? Wait, this is Chairman Winner's house, right? Which means...
Yes, it's Mr. Winner's home too, presumably. Crever in French means dying in a familiar tongue.
Okay, okay.
Untie him, Kay, quickly.
Little expert rope worker, leave it to me. Alright, like this, and through there, and you're free. You okay, Eustace?
He looks like he's been through hell. How did you come to be tied up down here?
I don't know. You found me. Why didn't you tell me?
Because we don't know, which is why we're asking.
I'm not sure you're going to be able to get much out of him like this.
No, in which case, there's only one thing for it.
Wait, you mean...
I hate to beat a man while he's down, but it might be the only way.
Are you sure? Look, don't go too hard on him, okay? You might push him over the edge.
Understood. I'll tread carefully, I promise. Though I can't promise I'll be very good at it. I've never held back against my opponents before, after all. Are we really mind-chessing a guy who's been mind-broken? In his own house? The last time we saw him, he was running out of the courtroom. How did he wind up here?
You don't understand. You don't know what it's like being me.
I'm sorry, what? How has this little wanker got the biggest defense we've seen so far? This is where the second Chief lies. Understanding. You said it should be obvious. Okay. It's going to be hard to know what might cause him to lose control. In which case, I guess I may just have to quietly listen to what he has to say.
Why me? Why am I always the last one to know? The butt of every joke.
He clearly has questions. I'll have to do my best to try and answer them. But he's also clearly in no fit state for this. I'll need to try and finish this quickly. I should figure out what he needs to hear and try and calm him down. Okay.
You're a total failure of a human being.
What? Don't tell me I was meant to press that. Just take a deep breath and tell me what's on your mind, Eustace. That's what I meant to press! Are you kidding? Hold on. Are you joking? Alright, I'll reload and do that again then. It's something to that effect. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Alright, we'll save here just so we can load back in, right? We'll save here so we can just load straight back in. You're a total failure of a human being. I've noticed something over the short time we've known one another, Eustace. You're utterly worthless. Don't you think you should just start over? Try to learn to be a decent human being from scratch?
You...
Calm down. I'm not done yet.
I don't care. I don't want to hear what you have to say. I don't want to hear what anybody has to say.
Ah, I pushed him too far. should leave me alone. You think we're gonna trust you? I don't trust anybody anymore. What was that achievement called? Sorry, hold on. For saying the worst thing possible to Eustace during his bite chest. Oh, for fuck's sake. That was brutal. Okay, we'll play it seriously this time. Oh, man. Alright, once more into the breach. Tell me what's on your mind. Just take a deep breath and tell me what's on your mind, Eustace. No, I won't. Even if I did, it's not like you'd listen to me. Bide my time. What is this? Why are you shouting? Objection! You always sound objection. Bide my time. The only way to help those suffering depression is cruel beratement. Oh, God. What? You're really going to listen to me? Learning the truth about your father can't have been easy. I can only sympathise. That wasn't the hard part. The hard part was losing everything I'd ever had in a single morning. Bide my time. Everything I thought I worked for was all a lie. That just made it happen. So tell me, Edgeworth, what am I supposed to believe in now? You have to believe in yourself. You can lose faith in everything but yourself. That you have to believe in. But you don't have to do it alone. Experience, I can't give you. But knowledge, that I'm happy to offer. I had some time to think while I was tied up like that. And I realised something. I'm not cut out to be a prosecutor. I'm incompetent. Don't even know the right word. I think the word you're looking for is incompetent. But judging one's own competence is notoriously difficult, so I need you to trust me on something. You're getting better at this, Eustace. Day by day. Inch by inch. I swear it. Hang on, is this mind chest just to give Eustace fucking Winner a pep talk? Really? Now I need to ask you something. Will you help me out? Sure, what do you want to know? Well, first of all, thank you for calming down. Next, I want you to tell me about your kidnapping. I need you to be as detailed as possible, Eustace. Tell me everything you remember seeing and hearing. What do the kidnappers want? Do you have any idea why somebody might have wanted to kidnap you? What do you mean? Why does anybody kidnap anybody? For a ransom, right? Need a clue. Okay. Why were you taken to your own home? Why would somebody kidnap you only to take you back to your own home? Don't you think I want to know that too? I'm the victim here. What are you asking me for? How am I supposed to know? Bite time. Giving him the therapy session he should have had years ago. Yeah. They locked me up in that box and locked me up in here. I was scared. So scared. And did you happen to overhear anything your kidnappers might have said? I think one said, if you want to blame somebody, blame the guy who owns this house. The owner of this house? That's your father, isn't it? Oh! I guess it is, huh? Oh, I get it! The kidnappers were people who hated my dad. That's not it, at least not based on what else we know of the situation. But there was some kind of link between the kidnappers and Winner Senior that could be a clue. Who were you kidnapped by? Do you have any idea who your kidnappers might have been? No, of course I don't. If I did, I'd have told you already. Your father was behind your kidnapping. Your captor wanted you easily at hand, and where could be more convenient than one's own home? I hate to break it to you, Eustace, but the kidnapping was ordered by your father. What? You don't think he wanted me out of the way? That he was going to kill me? Bide time? We need to let him calm down. Why are you ignoring me? Is this some game of yours? Are you trying to make me feel even worse? That was wrong. Calm down, please. Chose the wrong moment to stay quiet. Okay. He's crying so much it's making him hard to read. Is he sad? Angry? He cries either way, so it's impossible to tell. I'll just have to ignore his tears and concentrate on what he says. Bop! Maybe. I won't let up. You realise that, don't you? You're mine until I say otherwise. That was wrong. Ah! Leave me alone, please! Why don't you go away? You think I'm gonna trust you? I don't trust anybody anymore. He's extremely sensitive right now. I can't afford to choose my words carelessly. I didn't think I did! I didn't think I did choose them carelessly. Okay. So it's the other option. Of course not seemed like the wrong thing. Like, I don't want to be untruthful to him. Of course not. What good would that have done him? His own son dead in the family garage. He would instantly become the prime suspect. You're right. Okay, so why did he have me kidnapped? Well, it would have been for a ransom, not his own son. That wouldn't make sense. So his motive for the kidnapping must have been something else. This could be an important clue. What do the kidnappers want? Do you have any idea why somebody might have wanted to kidnap you? Do you mean... Oh, we've gone through this, haven't we? That wasn't your father's motive. Why would somebody kidnap their own child if they were planning on demanding a ransom? Yeah, that is kind of weird. Did anything odd happen during the kidnapping? No, I just answered their stupid question, and then they grabbed me. What did they ask you? Their question? What did they ask you? Oh, stop glaring at me like that. What was it again? Oh yeah, they asked me if I knew Gavel. Of course, things are starting to fall into place now. Your father, his goal wasn't to kidnap you. He was out to kidnap Judge Gavel's son, Sean Fenn, because he wanted to force her on into declaring Warden LeGuard not guilty. Wait, Gavel has a son? And it was also LeGuard to be found not guilty? I think you were mistaken for Sean, and that's why you were kidnapped. What? You mean I went through all that by mistake? Wait, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, that explained the part where... Where what? Have you remembered something? No, it's nothing. I'm nothing. I'm useless. Meaningless. Just go. Just leave me alone. This isn't good. I think I've pushed him as far as he can reasonably be pushed. I have to calm him down and get him to tell me what it is he just remembered. It's going to go double speed now. Judging by his fragile demeanour, I'd say he's still suffering considerably. I need to help him get back on his feet. You remembered something just now. What was it? I didn't remember. Am I good at diffusing tense situations? All I remember is him. You mean your father? Him? You mean your father? No, I didn't mean to bring him up. I'm nothing compared to him. I'd never remain prosecutor if he didn't help me. I've been wanting to ask about that for some time. Why did you become a prosecutor? What do you mean? You think it too, don't you? I wasn't meant to be one, that I'm not good enough. Fight time. Say something, will you? You chose this path. Why? You must have a reason. It's not like that. There's no big reason behind it all. The reason is stupid and dumb and not important. Fight time. Like I said, it's stupid. It probably doesn't mean much to anybody except me. Ha! I've often felt much the same about my own reasons for becoming a prosecutor. Really? You have? But you're a real one, a good one, a success. Even my dad, the chairman of the committee, said so. You wanted your father's approval? You wanted your father's approval? I can well understand that. You can? I thought if I became the best prosecutor out there, he'd finally accept me for who I am. I just wanted to not be useless. Don't we all want someone's approval? Have my approval. Get patted, chat. Pat, 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 pat. You're not covering for your father in any way, are you? No, I won't cover for him ever again. I mean, why would I after what he's done? Because you want to be of use to your father. You have a strong desire to be of use to him, so he'll approve of you. Is that fair to say? I mean, why can't I be? Just once in my stupid life. Why can't I make it better? Why can't I clean his name? That's not possible. I would... Oh, I've chosen the wrong option. Wasn't that one. Okay. Understood. Okay. I've triggered one of my model's features. I've got a light bulb on my head. Oh, so I do. Hold on. Is it? Yeah, it's Shift 8. Okay, there we go. Huh? Ooh. I have fun with these, you know. Okay. Okay. We need to get this next one right. Bide time? No, father's approval. Okay. We need to save here because we could fuck this up. Because you hate your father? No, we have to bide our time there. We have to bide our time there. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, like, biding your time doesn't make sense there, considering every other time he's been crying, you... It's not yet the one I missed earlier. What? How is it none of the options? I already solved this one? I don't remember that. The first one. It's the next one. They're so similar I couldn't tell them apart. Hold on. Alright, fair enough. Oh, wait, no, now I remember. Why can't I clean his name? I'm saving again there, by the way. It is impossible to clean a name uses, but you can clear one. Huh? I never knew that. In your father's case, though, it's going to be hard. His crimes continue as your kidnapping shows. Knowing that, do you still think you can help him? But what else do I have? What else am I supposed to do? Why don't you be the better man and rise above the father who made a fool of you? Stare him straight in the eyes and stop him from committing any more crimes. Hey, you're right. I'll prove him wrong about me. I'll prove him wrong about everything. That seems to have calmed him down again. Now I just need to get him to tell me what happened to the evidence. Whew, that one was tense. Let's see if I can't give him the courage he'll need to stand up to his father. Key pieces of evidence from the LaGuardia trial failed to make it to the courtroom. As the prosecutor in charge, they were your responsibility. Did you misplace them somehow? No, that's not what happened. You haven't heard my side of the story. By time. We'll listen to him. I thought I was putting them in the safest place there was. But, oh, what did I do? What did I do? I'll need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line of questioning any further. Okay. What connects LaGuardia and your father? What's the connection between your father and Warden LaGuardia? Sorry, I don't know much about that. You can't think of anything. Even the smallest morsel could be a valuable clue. Oh, I think they maybe worked together once, and... What else do you remember? And? What is it? What else have you remembered? I think she got the job at the prison because my dad recommended her. Interesting. And did he have any particular reason to recommend her? I guess he thought she was good at her job, unlike me. Bide time. I think they knew each other from back when he was the chief prosecutor. What was he like back then? Was he a difference at all? No, he was amazing. There wasn't a piece of evidence he didn't know or a case file he hadn't read. An intimate knowledge of cases and the evidence pertaining to them. That could be an important clue. Seems he's drowning in his own self-doubts again. He's better send out a lifeboat and bring him in. I think I know what you thought would be the safest place possible. With your father, isn't that correct? Ah! He told me it would be all safe with him. He said there was nowhere safer. Well, I'm afraid he betrayed your trust, and in the ugliest way possible. So he got rid of it. Why, Dad? What were you thinking? He wanted to mess with the trial. Your father wanted to obscure the truth in order to ensure that Warden LaGuardia was declared innocent. There's no easy way to say this, Eustace. He used you. There's a chance that the evidence is still in Chairman Winner's possession, and we still don't know where Sean is. We need to get back out there and find him. It's all my fault. What do I do now? I can't stand by and watch him like this. He's had a brutal collision with a reality he never even knew existed. I should ask him what he means to do now. Perhaps I can even help him figure that out. Oh, this should be interesting. There's no way around it. The road ahead will be a hard one. The road ahead will be a save. Every single time. This is going to be hard. So, he needs Eustace so he's not useless. Yeah. Oh, he used Eustace. I misread that. But maybe this is fate, and maybe my job is to point him in the right direction. Do you mean to continue working as a prosecutor, Eustace? I don't even want to think about that yet. After all, I only ever became one because of my dad. I probably shouldn't even think about carrying on, should I? Only you can answer that. The only person who can answer that question is you. Only you can decide what path you choose to walk. Then, I don't want to stop being a prosecutor. If I give up now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. I just know it. So he intends to see this through. I'll bear that in mind. So, what now, Eustace? Well, first I'm going to give this stupid jacket back. I don't deserve to wear it. Edgeworth is doing his own therapy? I guess he is, isn't he? My dad always said that clothes make you a man, but I'm no man. It's clothes make the man, Eustace. It is. Thanks, Edgeworth. I'm learning a lot from you today. That's good to hear. Now about that jacket, why don't we make you into a prosecutor worthy of it? Alright, let's do it. Let's make it so nobody ever makes fun of me again. By time. But how? How do I get there? You would have thought correcting his words to distract and discourage him. Eustace is kind of dim. So I don't think he's picking up on the fact that it could be construed as an insult. Tell me, what do I need to do? I just don't know. I just don't know. I need a clue. Right, okay. So we need to go down this one. Okay. Never got this much correction. He needs it. Whoa! Whoa! Hang on, wait, hang on, where is it? Where's my correction! Eustace correction! Do you mean to be like your father, to continue to ignore the truth? Come on, give me a break, will you? Can't a guy get a glass of human kindness when he needs one? Are you talking about the milk of human kindness? I'm afraid that's not quite how the phrase is used. Huh? It's not. Listen, talking with you like this, it's helpful for me too. There was a time when there were truths I didn't want to face up to either. But a good friend taught me the error of my ways. That's nice, but I don't have anybody like that. If you could muster the courage to try to find your feet again, I'd be very happy to help. You would? But only if you really mean to try. I don't want to be like my dad. You want to be better than him, don't you? Yes, Eustace, I see it now. He's told me that he wishes to be better than his father, and that he wishes to remain a prosecutor. I take that to mean he wants to be a different kind of prosecutor than his father. That's the first important decision he's ever made for himself, and it tells us where he means to go next. Close my man. We've already told him this once before. He forgot. By my time. If only he'd remember his own words from a few minutes ago. The decision he made should serve as a good guide to what he should do next. You want to remain a prosecutor, but walk a different path from your father, correct? It won't be easy, but the path you have chosen is that of the true prosecutor. And now that you have chosen it, when the time comes, you'll know exactly what to do. You're lucky. I myself still haven't quite decided what to do with my life. But you have, and it's a choice you made all on your own. Now all you have to do is believe in yourself, and in the path you've chosen. Ah! Mistaken for Sean and kidnapped by his own father's underlings, and losing his belief in himself as a prosecutor after his father stole his evidence, he's been through so much in the span of a single day, more than I can imagine. Well, it took a little longer than I thought it would, but that's checkmate. Unexpected wholesome moment. Unexpected wholesome. No! Wow, I don't think I've ever seen him move so fast. He's particularly speedy when it comes to running away from things, it seems. Edgeworth beating traumatized kids with words. Will this man stop at anything? We're at 11. How much longer is left in this segment, by the way? We don't have much time left. I think we better check in with Fender. He'll want an update on what we discovered. And we need to know what's going on over at the courthouse. But Eustace ran off, right? Is he supposed to be the prosecutor in charge? Is this bit, like, quite long? Is this segment quite long? I'm guessing it's pretty lengthy from your response. I'm at the midpoint. Right, okay, understand you. Edgeworth going dad mode or mentor mode? Yeah. We're just updating Fender. Nothing else will change. Francisco will continue for the prosecution. Okay. Is that really alright, though? It's going to have to be. Like you say, Eustace ran off.
to be a stickler for the details, but let's go over this just one more time, shall we? No murder weapon means no conclusive proof means no conviction. That's all there is to it.
Objection!
That makes no sense. The lack of a murder weapon doesn't prove your client's innocence. Don't make me come over there and whip it into you. Oh, I'm kinda into that, Toots. Eddie, darling, how much longer is this going to take? It's almost as if we're trying to drag this out for as long as possible. Sorry, thieves. It's our friend the prosecutor over there. She's stubborn as a frickin' mule. Then give me a satisfactory explanation. I'll just have to keep whipping you until you can. Seriously? I've already taken more licks than I've had birthdays. Come on, Miles, what's taking so long? I'm happy to buy you some time now, but I'm taking a beating here. Oh, sorry, G. This one's important. Mind if I take it? Fine. Fender. Mazzarino, boy, I'm ever glad to hear your voice. How are things on your end? We found Eustace. Sweet. And the knife? And the chisel? Unfortunately, he entrusted both to his father's care. Which means that the Chairman Winner is the only person who knows where they are. Chairman Winner? But why would he... We're not quite sure of the specifics just yet. But we do know that Chairman Winner and Warden LaGuard have some sort of connection they'd rather others didn't know about. Gotcha. Alright, guess the next move will be to get Excelsior's Winner on the stand. Best to hear the deeds from the proverbial horse's mouth, right? I'll keep looking for the missing evidence. And for Sean. Well, shake a leg, will you, big guy? Can't keep this one from going to the judges much longer. We're a gnat's whisker from a verdict here. Understood. I wonder how long Judge Gavel's nerve can hold. This can't be easy for her. We need to hurry. How are things over at the courtroom of Doom? They're going to call Chairman Winner to the stand. Who knows how that will go for them? Yeah, he's already stooped to evidence stealing and kidnapping. What else is he capable of? Exactly. Perhaps we should look over any evidence we have related to him, just in case it might help. Good idea. Alright, leave it to me. Presenting a hot new piece of evidence, fresh from the evidence oven. The gloves we found in his garage. Yes, I was thinking about those. Anything else? What about the case file from the S7 incident? Chairman Winner's involved in that, right? Yes, he helped us suppress the evidence. It's probably good to have the notes on hand. Okay. Excellent. And do we have anything else? We sure do. Last but far from least, there's this. Your Yatagarasu pin. Okay. I asked for evidence related to Chairman Winner. Can you please try and take this seriously? Says the guy who spends his life presenting people with evidence that has nothing to do with anything. Ugh, that's different. Wait, that's Eustace? Huh? Hey, what are you doing here? Whoa! Rude. He totally ignored me. What was he doing in the big building, I wonder? Let's go inside and see if we can figure out what he was up to. Yes, good idea. Huh? The hatch is wide open. Maybe Eustace opened it. Did Eustace really come down here? Mr. Edgeworth, look! The safe, it's open! I guess maybe he did come down here. We better take a closer look. There's some stuff left in the safe. I think we better take a look, don't you? The owner will just have to forgive our prying. Is it a document of some kind? Let's see. Yeah, a document. And there's a photo attached too. Hmm? This picture, it's of... Oh, that's Mr. Knight, right? I don't remember his voice. The name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard. Why is there a picture of him in here? And what's this paperwork about? I'm not sure. Let's take a closer look. You were right, darling. There's some sort of connection between Knight and Canis. As you know, we've been trying to find out who Canis plays his silly correspondence chess games with. Well, now we know. I'll be pulling Knight into my office for a thorough grilling tomorrow. And I'll make that worm admit he's Canis' lackey if it's the last thing I do.
So you do your bit too, and retrieve the package we laid to rest 12 years ago. I'm sure it's still right in front of the planter where we left it. It seems to be some sort of report on Knight.
Yeah, and it must be from right around the time he was killed.
We know that Knight was killed while being interrogated in the prison warden's office. I think we can safely assume that this document was written by Fifi Laguard, don't you?
I'd say so.
But who was it written for?
Oh, I guess whoever owns the safe?
And I'd say that's likely to be the auctioneer, Excelsior's winner himself.
Proof they really did know each other.
Indeed, and not only that, it proves another connection.
Huh?
Laguard and Winner were trying to flush out Mr. Canis' henchman.
Oh, you mean Bodied Armor Canis, right? The assassin guy with a soft spot for dogs.
Yeah, something links the three of them. Something they don't want anybody to know.
But what?
I don't know yet, but I suspect it has something to do with this case. Okay.
Wait, there's something else in here we've seen before.
There's something on his finger.
Let's take a closer look, Mr. Edgeworth.
Took you too long to realise why Kay showed off the pen? Why did she show off the pen? I haven't worked that one out yet.
It's a ring and an expensive looking one at that.
Don't even think about it, Kay.
What? I didn't say anything.
Well, well, Mr. Knight. Your chess set and your ring are here too. Because the Mima Law is showing their badge to everyone. Oh, I see. So she was literally just taking the piss.
So basically, the safe was full of evidence from the murder at the prison.
It would seem so. That ring looks kind of familiar. I can't place it though.
Which means the missing knife and chisel might be here too. Knife, chisel, knife, chisel. Oh, no dice. There's nothing else here apart from Mr. Knight's stuff.
Really? Curses. Knight may be dead. Curse you, Edgeworth. Our game isn't over yet. Ah! But he left unfinished business behind him. And I think we need to find out what it was. Right, I think that's where we'll leave off tonight. Because, like, my voice is starting to give out. Let me just have a quick look. The ring looks really familiar. Okay, I tell you what, let's pull over to... in fact, no, I said that I was going to give you guys a sneaky peeky of the Paul Halik's ring. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. It looked like the ring that was in the coffin, where he was like the chocolate coffin. Right, okay. There we go. Okay, so we've saved that. Right, I'm going to play you guys the recording from band practice last night. See what you think of it, right? See what you think of it. We'll close this. Goodbye, Ace Attorney. Okay. Unmute this tab. There we go. Right. Are you ready? You ready for some gross, nasty hardcore? Here we go. Oh, yeah. Heavy, isn't it? Twitching like mad here. Demoing new songs is always fun.
Disgusting.
Beautiful. Right. Now we pull over here. Not what you expected my band to be. Yeah, we are extremely, like, nasty hardcore punk. Like, really disgusting heavy hardcore. Yeah. What did you expect my band to be, just out of interest? Like, what sort of stuff did you expect that we'd play? I'm kind of curious. Did you expect that we were going to be like cerebral math rock or something? Because like that's the sort of background that I'm from musically. I'm from like a Dream Theater musical background. The rest of my band are from like grindcore and hardcore. So it's the fastest song we've written so far. Like it's probably the most difficult one for me to play as well because all the blast beats everywhere. It's really, really, really relentless. We were playing that for 2 solid hours last night just to nail it down. So, yeah, that was fun. You thought instrumental heavy metal like Dragonflies but without lyrics? Oh, no, we just play gross minging hardcore. We're old enough to know better. Anyhow, so we've actually got a Sunday stream. Oh, like Dragon Force. Oh, okay. So tomorrow, 1 PM UK time, we're playing Oblivion. Probably go for about 5 hours again on that. Sunday, I'm actually streaming on Sunday because my wife's got some days off next week, so I don't need Sunday evening to kind of spend time with her. I've got the rest of the week to do that as well, which is neat. So Sunday, we're playing more Hollow Knight as well, so that's Thursday stream having been moved. So, yeah. I need to go now because I need to get myself a drink. I also need to go over the road and buy some stuff for housework, so wish me luck with that. Thank you for the hangs tonight, guys. This has been a fun one. Thanks for listening to my band as well. That was neat. Yeah. I'm going to go check out that Read-Only Memories as well in a moment as well. I think it looks like it's a sequel as well. So what I might do is have a look and see if the first one is also in the Steam sale. So I mean, if I can get both of them for cheap, why not? You know. In the meantime, until tomorrow, guys, you take lots of care. Have a good rest of your day. All being well, I'll see you very soon. And yeah, thank you again for the hangs. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, take care.